Okay, and we're back. That's not real.
Yeah, it is. Visa Cash App
It's
RB
edited.
posted that, and I posted it on our story.
Should. Oh, you did?
I did.
There you go.
That's gonna be the image for the
The podcast.
for the episode today.
Come on, Frankie.
Hello, welcome back. It's been a hot minute, huh?
Yeah.
A hot
Yes.
lap, a hot minute, a hot.
And we're doing this right after the race.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
So again, we might be a little rusty.
Rusty, sure, but
Yeah,
but
it's been 3
from
weeks.
what our winning formula of podcasting, there's
because
there's
we're doing really good
right
before.
Right, so there's no way to do this.
But with that said, because we're filming this right after the race,
spoilers. Like there will be spoilers in this if you haven't watched the race.
There was always spoilers if people haven't watched
the race. Yeah, but usually it's like 2 days after later after the race we release this, but
I guess so. No, I was just gonna say that we don't have the final points for the fantasy league because we know this podcast is really heavy on the fantasy these days. So we don't actually know who won the fantasy league yet, but at this point, it's pretty cooked, I think, just because you said the McLaren's kind of broke fantasy.
McLaren's broke fantasy, and then also, but this race would have been exciting because with the number of people who DNF'd and the crazy orders, like Behrman going from the pit lane to P6. So no, this would have been a crazy fantasy race.
Well, it is a crazy fantasy race.
Yeah, if we didn't forget to set our lineups and
Well, I wouldn't have changed mine anyway. My lineup has been fire, except not this week because of the Charles DNF.
Yeah, so but yeah, we can still review that later. We'll talk about the drivers and how well they individually performed, and then that's pretty much how they did fantasy wise.
Yeah, but we just don't know who in our league
yeah, we'll talk
recruited the right people. Yeah. But
so do you want to talk about the race then? Initial reactions? Or should we get the elephant out of the room so we don't have to harp on a team that is irrelevant?
Who are you talking about?
Who do you think I'm talking about?
Ferrari is not irrelevant.
Well, okay.
In what universe is Ferrari in F1 irrelevant?
No, in this race, though. So, let's just talk about them real quick.
They're second in constructors still.
Right. But as far as this race goes, irrelevant.
Do you know who you're talking to?
Yeah, but if, any other team DNF'd, we wouldn't really talk about them. So,
if McLaren DNF'd, we'd talk about that.
If they double DNF.
We talk about any of the top teams if they double DNF'd.
Okay.
That's a pretty big deal.
Okay.
Hamilton was user error, correct?
User error? Driver error?
Yeah. Same
What's
thing.
User error from? That's I
don't know,
computers?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, he messed up.
Yes.
And to be fair, it looked like a lot more people should have been messing up given how practices were going. Yeah. Everybody beached it. Everybody. And then I don't even want to talk about Charles.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, do you want to harp on it too? So let's just say that, okay, so Ferrari double DNF'd for the first time in what feels like a long time, which I guess is a win. But, because they used it.
You're so rude.
But
I'm so sad.
Yeah.
I'm smiling through the pain.
Especially when a lot of people predicted them to be, maybe the second fastest team this week. Even faster than Max, but they just didn't even seem like Leclerc couldn't even catch up with Hadjar, which was odd. You know, even on.
Well, he wasn't behind Hadjar. So Russell was.
Ignore the mistakes and ignore the unluckiness of running into a wild Antonelli. And based on pure pace, they still weren't impressive. It's one thing if you blistering pace and then Hamilton makes one mistake, it happens, and you're out, or Antonelli messed up. But even on pace alone, I don't think they were anything to be writing home about.
Because Charles was in 5th when he crashed, or was he 4th?
Yeah, and he lost position because he pitted right before the Hamilton
safety
crash.
car.
So he lost a position there, but yeah, I don't know, disappointing. But you move on to the Temple of Speed, so which is Monza, which is where Leclerc won last year.
That's
So
true. That's true.
hopefully your luck will turn there. And then we saw the stat that if Lewis Hamilton
He's
doesn't
trying to comfort me.
if Lewis Hamilton doesn't finish this season with a win, he will be how is it?
No,
So
it already happened. So, like, every Ferrari driver that's ever joined the team has gotten a podium within the first 13 races.
No, podium. I'm talking win.
Oh,
If he will be the longest Ferrari driver to not get a win in Ferrari at their start, at the start of their Ferrari career. So
oh my God.
every single Ferrari career would have started better than Lewis Hamilton's if he doesn't finish this season with a win.
I mean, well, and like I said, he already is the stat of like whatever the heck I just said, which is that
Yeah, that he's
every
he's already
Ferrari,
gone the
every new
longest without a
Ferrari
podium.
driver, yeah.
So really, I mean, it's really tough to judge them based on the dominance of the McLarens. You know, like
Yeah.
when there's clearly two like drivers locked in, dominating at the top. Like, how are you ever gonna get a win
Yeah.
ahead of them? So it's like not really
Well,
fair.
I mean, Max Verstappen did today, so not a win,
Not a
but
win,
like
but a podium. Yeah,
yeah,
could have
something.
happened. Yeah,
Yeah,
he made it work.
anything can happen.
So then, all right. So enough Ferrari talk.
Is it enough? Because I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I'll just see how
9
how
races
the
left.
Temple
So
of
plenty of
Speed
time.
goes, but
Good. All right, now.
just the shots of Charles though sitting on the
sitting on the sand
sidelines
dunes.
is very sad.
Yeah. Okay.
It feels like every week I'm just crying about Ferrari.
Well, you're pretty dramatic about it. Like I don't think anything less than a win is enough for you. So which is fair.
Well, but last time I was in full funeral gear because Charles could have gotten a podium and then he didn't.
I know that like that's true. That's a bit much, but you know you have high expectations for Ferrari, which is good, and you should. And that's what makes them like such a great team is that the expectations for them are so high and will always be. So yeah, never lose those expectations because what? I'm not being suspicious.
No, call me dramatic. I'm a tifosi, babe. It's
Right.
part of the. It's. I'm a
It's part
tifosi.
of the okay.
Okay, yeah, you're right. There's other things to talk about though. This race was
Right.
really exciting.
That's
I did want to mention that this is the penultimate like year for this track, which is blowing my mind. I don't want to take a second for that because next year will be the at least, you know, in right now they can always redo the contract in the future, but next year is their contract with this Dutch GP Zandvoort track is up. So next year will be the last race
yeah.
here, which is blowing my mind because it has been one of the more entertaining tracks of the season.
They keep alluding that it will come back.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I can't. It's blowing my mind that they would even let it go in the first place because of the Dutch fans.
Yeah.
I just don't understand this decision. But because like I was saying, it's been one of the more entertaining races of the season.
It's a money decision, right? You have other tracks offering Formula One more money to come there.
Okay, who cares? The fans, this was more entertaining. It's gonna bring in more money.
They care.
Did the Dutch fans not bring in enough money?
F1 cares.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't want to talk about that. It's just like this was an entertaining race, is all.
Yeah.
That is
of
to
course,
say.
Of course.
What are your thoughts?
And then, you know, I really only care about one thing from this race. I know there's great stuff all across the grid, but it's the Isaac Hadjar podium.
That's the only thing you care about? You don't care about Max getting second place?
No, I do. Obviously, look at me. But
yeah, what are you talking about?
It's almost he's never not scored a podium here, so it's almost like I've become desensitized to a Max Verstappen podium in Zandvoort.
But a second is more than you were hoping for.
It is by one, and we'll get to the heartbreak, but you know, I think, you know, the biggest story to come out of this race is we've kind of predicted it. We've been calling Isaac the GOAT.
Oh yeah.
Even though he DNF'd in
the first race,
very first race, we were still,
excuse me,
you know, we were still supporting him like massively because what we saw in practice, what we saw in qualifying, even what we saw in the race, just kind
Well,
of
even what we
unlucky.
saw of him in F2 as well. We
Exactly.
didn't really watch F2, but there's clips here and there where you can
Yeah.
see you're like, whoa, this kid's
Yeah,
for
he's
real.
special. And so we were like, okay, like, no, he'll bounce back. And sure enough, we were right.
hmm
We should be team principals, honestly, because like our ability to identify talent is next to none.
I think we've got
We,
that
we
eye
we've hit with Hajar.
for sure.
He's special.
He is. He is. He's definitely like a young Lando Norris. Like he's a young, you know what I mean? Like when
Yeah.
they were first starting in their
Oh
careers,
yeah.
he's even got a better start than
Right.
any of the top people,
Yeah.
except for Max. But that's like another story altogether. But
Right. Well,
um,
Max is
his
just
own
different.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, yeah, that's very exciting to see Hadjar on the podium. I don't think that's what we were expecting going into this race.
From fourth? No. Like,
no.
well, after qualifying.
Well, he was behind Max.
Yeah.
So we're pretty much like,
But
yeah,
he had the
no.
inside line.
There was some time he was giving Max a run for his money at
Yeah.
times, though, being like
yeah.
0.5 behind.
Oh yeah.
So that was exciting.
No mistakes from him
No, very clean.
in a race where almost everybody but the people on the podium,
Yeah.
and unfortunately Lando, everybody made everybody else made mistakes.
You mean Lando didn't make mistakes?
Yeah, Lando
No,
didn't make
yeah.
mistakes. It was just unlucky. But maybe the start was you could call it if you
Fair,
call it a
fair.
mistake. But
I mean, Max did lock up pretty bad during that first
Yeah.
lap,
so
but he still got ahead. Anyway,
yeah.
I
So
forget that even happened. That Max was in second for a bit and then got
With soft
overtaken
tires.
again. Yeah.
yeah, and Lando slam dunk his very first try
Yeah.
on Max. So
yeah.
good on him. He, it kind of like made sense. Like, oh, a Max Verstappen turn one with soft tires.
Oh,
to
it's
your,
so
to your
predictable.
mediums.
Right,
like,
right.
like what do you mean?
Like, of course.
Yeah. So like, okay,
like
he
he's not
takes
gonna
the
hold on
he
to
takes the
that.
position, and then the softs go away, and you take the position back.
It was a smart potential strategy if they would have had to switch to the inters,
And
though.
the rain came, right? But the rain
it
didn't
didn't.
come. Luckily for him, he would have been really in trouble if Lewis Hamilton didn't crash and he didn't get a chance to change tires.
Right.
He would have been potentially out of the points.
Yeah.
If a few timely crashes.
It was a risky one,
because then he went on mediums when everybody was on hards,
Right.
And then I think the Leclerc crash. So the Ferraris really bailed out Max today, big time. 2 clutch crashes allowed him to stay in keep track position.
Yeah.
So big Ferrari fan today.
Which that is a risky strategy move, but I feel like maybe not that risky when you're considering how much people were crashing and beaching it in practices.
Yeah.
Like you could pretty much predict that like something was gonna happen.
Yeah. And
that's
the risk
and
you
with
take.
with the rain, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah. But Hajar is what you're more excited about?
For sure.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It is. It's great to see. It's been great to see some really unexpected people on the podiums so far this year.
Yeah.
Ferrari included.
That's a good one. Look at you. You did it. You would have been so mad at me if I said that.
Yeah, because it's like, when you're part of the group, you can make fun of the group.
Okay,
but if you're outside of it, no.
Okay. What about him?
We have to cope through comedy. Because it's rough out here. But anyway. What else? What else happened?
Then the other big one is the championship fight.
Yeah.
For that's massive.
Oh! Pause before we get into that though. The Sainz incident. We had some strong words
on
how we got a 10-second penalty.
Yeah, 10 second. Sorry. 10-second penalty is a bit ridiculous. It was his. Like, if you had to assign blame, it was his fault, but I don't think, the broadcaster said, I don't think it was a situation where you necessarily needed to assign blame.
No, it was more that, it was against Liam, right?
Yeah.
It was more that Liam doesn't get a penalty or anything, not that, Sainz needed one, because I don't understand. What harm did Sainz do that...
He risked Liam's race, Yeah. Well, yeah, but he did, and but he did.
But he didn't. Nothing happened.
No, he kind of did, because then Liam had to limp back on to the whole. He had to do that whole lap on 3 tires all the way back to the pits. So they both limped back together. So he did actually. I didn't think about that.
That was that one?
Yeah, that was when they both came together. They both had a puncture and they both limped back to the pits. So I guess from a consequences standpoint, he did ruin.
No, I thought that was Charles.
No, he did ruin Liam's race. Yeah, they both came back together, and then by the time they're in the pits, they're both 45 seconds back from the next driver. So they did end up getting like back into it because of some safety cars, but like he essentially ended Liam's race.
I don't think Liam lost a tire.
Yes, he did. I'll show
I
you.
thought that was Antonelli.
No, babe, he lost a tire.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, no, he had to go almost because it was a turn 1 incident, I think. So they had to do
the receipts.
They had, yeah, sure.
I stand corrected.
All right. Yeah.
I apologize. I just okay, with that being considered, I mean, but was Liam gonna do much better than that?
Sure. Yeah. It was a restart. A lot of people did really well.
I guess Hadjar did end up getting on the podium in the same machinery.
Yeah.
So
it was close, but
it looks like it almost could have been Liam's fault, like moving under braking.
Sainz had no right to the corner given where he was, so it's Liam's corner to position.
I know, but still, it seems like erratic driving.
You're just making.
No, I'm not. It looks like he's moving under braking.
Okay.
Like Carlos is coming, and then Liam's coming, and then Liam all of a sudden goes bloop.
All right.
Those were very technical terms.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know, 10 second. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a little unfair, but now you think it's not.
Right. Actually, considering what it did to Liam's race, I think it's not.
Is that not just a racing incident, though?
Stewards didn't think so.
Well, the stewards don't know anything.
I know.
The bust again is FIA. Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
That one I did straight into the mic so everyone could hear.
Yeah. All right.
Frankie, what do you think about the Carlos Sainz Liam Lawson situation? We need an expert comment here.
Nothing.
That's interesting. Silence speaks volumes.
Okay, and then now the championship.
The big one.
Yeah. So, engine failure for
oil leakage, I think is what he ended up saying.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing. That's to do with the engine, right? Yeah. I don't know. Hello.
Power unit. But
okay.
Yep. Massive swing.
Lando's race
in the championship, and I think you did the math quickly while we were watching, but you would need to win like 7 of the next 9 races, and that's assuming Piastri gets second.
Right. Like so if the season kind of goes as it has, where it's always a McLaren 1-2, at this point, if it continues in that fashion, it needs
to be like 7 in
Lando needs to be getting the first place at almost every single
except 2
race upcoming to be able to still clinch the championship.
Yeah.
However, talking about the reliability, it's somewhere around there. Then the math is not 100% accurate, but math is not my strong suit.
He needs to win the majority of the next 9 races.
Yeah.
Right. And that's
however,
which is possible.
It is, and looking at how this is apparently a reliability issue with the McLaren car, there's a chance that something similar could happen to Piastri. You know what I mean? There's always the chance that Piastri's race goes AWOL somewhere along the way. So if that happens,
I had a funny moment where I was thinking in my head, I was like, does, and I know this would never happen. But like, does a mechanic or something sabotage one of the cars? Just in the garage, on the other side of the garage. Drivers' Championship's underway. It's gonna sound like I didn't have this, but I definitely did have this thought while I'm watching it. And if you go see Lando Norris's pit stop, his pit stop before the race, there's a mechanic who takes he tries, how whenever they pit, they put like fans into the air intakes to kind of try to cool down the system real quick, like every little degree gives the cars an advantage. So they take that 3 seconds that the car's in the pits to like blow fans on
Yeah.
in the air. And I was just thinking, I was like, and I saw him, and he goes in for like another little incident. Like
He's
he
cooling
takes
it, then he
he's
comes
cooling it,
out,
and
and
then
then he goes back in
I think
again.
so, yeah, and then
Okay.
he goes back in again. And I was thinking, I was like, what if like he just like blew, instead of blowing cold air, he blew like hot air into the thing to make it like
Does that even have the
no,
capacity to blow hot air?
or that like he put something like liquid or oil or something into the air intake. And then that incident happened. Obviously, I know that's not what happened. This is purely just like an evil thought I had of like something I know what these mechanics would never do, or
Right,
anybody.
because those mechanics are on Lando's team.
Right.
They gain nothing from
Right.
sabotaging Lando's race.
Right, but I was like, what if?
They're getting paid off
Yeah.
by
Right.
Team
And if we had
Oscar.
professional editing, we could show you the moment I'm talking about.
You're putting on your little tinfoil hat,
Yes,
huh?
yeah. No, for the record, I am not accusing the teams of doing that.
But
I was saying they could.
right. But again, like across the garage, it's like Lando's team is Lando's team, Oscar's team is Oscar's team. They don't have
Yeah.
any crossover.
They share the pit crew, people changing the tires.
Oh, that's true. And that's who blows the air in, huh?
Yeah, on
Hmm.
both sides.
Oscar just handed him a nice little $1 million and was
Right.
like,
Right.
"No, I would never accuse Piastri of doing that.
No. Yeah.
Please don't put that on the
Yes,
record."
Piastri- no. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
You are saying that.
But it's weird that I had that thought before
Interesting,
an
yeah.
engine failure.
Right.
I'm gonna go look it up
Hmm.
again after this and see if I can see what I'm talking about.
I mean, it really. The thing, well, yeah, okay. Aside from tinfoil hat Austin,
Me and Bucket Hat Austin.
yeah, is that now it really takes some of the pressure off Piastri, right? Like now he can maybe like not have to worry so much about every single
You
race.
think he was worried before?
I don't know. You
No.
see little moments, you know, little.
I
We've
think
seen
he
little
was
moments of rage here and there,
Still cool
you
as a
know.
cucumber.
No, not that one race where he was very mad.
Mm.
So I don't know. I don't know if it just takes the pressure off a little bit, but I don't know. It is. I mean, it's genuinely quite sad though,
For
because
Lando.
yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. Because well, and for the fans too, I feel like is that we were really looking forward to this being a like, Lord have mercy, look at this boy.
Yeah.
Like a very close championship race where it's like, oh, it's going to come down to the very last minute, and it still could.
Right.
It still very well could, but it's like Lando has one more mistake. No, that wasn't a mistake. That wasn't on him. But that car has one more failure. Lando makes one more kind of mistake. That's kind of the championship.
Yeah.
It's not impossible,
No.
but it would be very hard.
Right.
So that's just, I mean, you can hear it in Lando's voice. He knows it too. You know, he's so downtrodden after that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just sad because it's like there is part of it that's like you feel like he's been at McLaren longer. Not that means he deserves
Zach
it.
Brown
but
so sad.
oh
Did
gosh,
you see how
yeah.
sad
Oh,
Zach looked?
Andrea Stella was like,
They're like not even hiding it anymore.
No.
They're I don't know, what do we call it? Is it disappointment? Not disappointment in Lando, but they're
because that's not in Lando. That wasn't his fault at all. There's nothing Lando could have
they're
done.
sad that it's not Lando.
Right.
And
I think they've been trying for a really long time to not show favoritism towards him,
And
but like I said, he's been there longer. They're of course going to feel a bit more loyal to him because he's put in the hours. He's put like he started as a rookie, you know, like he's come through. He's only been a McLaren driver, right? No, that's not true. He was at Renault
I don't know.
when he started. Anyway,
No, not Renault. You're thinking of
the yellow
Daniel
ones.
Ricciardo.
Oh, so has he been at McLaren his entire?
I think so, maybe.
So there's some loyalty there that, you know, you would feel like the team would want to pay back. You know what I mean? It's like you've stuck with us through thick and thin.
Yeah.
We would like to give you this in return, but then they're not even able to give him that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, they're so spoiled. And that's just how dominant McLaren's been. They're so spoiled that now they can be sad that they're one of their drivers is not winning over the other.
Right.
They can afford to be
But
that.
but I think it's a similar thing of the fans where it's like Oscar's still young. He's still pretty new to the sport, all things considered. It's like he has more time
Yeah.
to get this in the bag, whereas Lando doesn't necessarily. I mean, they're not that far apart in age, to be honest. But Lando's just been in it for a little bit longer, so
I
you would
think,
hope that would pay off first, you
and
know?
looking forward to like the next year's regulations, which team gets it right, which teams
Yeah.
gets it
Well, I
wrong.
mean, we have no idea.
I think this kind of hurts his relationship with McLaren.
That they didn't prioritize
Yeah,
him
that they
more.
didn't. Yeah, or
Yeah.
and that like he will be looking at like, and what team wouldn't want Oscar Piastri right now?
Oh
You
gosh,
know,
yeah.
so
I feel like McLaren was not expecting Oscar Piastri to come in and be this good.
Oscar would look good in red. I'm starting the rumor mill already.
To replace Lewis?
Yeah, and Lewis retires. That's the theory, right?
I think Lewis is definitely going to see out new
And then what if
regulations.
Max wants the Ferrari seat?
Oh my god, don't even get that.
I'm
We
kidding.
don't even have to worry about that for like another year or
Yeah.
2 even.
Two, yeah, at least.
No, cuz next year a lot of people's contracts do come up. We'll have a crazy silly season next year.
Because everybody will see
New
the
regulations
pecking
and how
order.
things
Yeah.
shake up. Yeah.
and like, where do I want to go?
But imagine like this is Lando's perspective, right? Like imagine say okay, we're going to take this into layman's terms. You've been working at an office job, right? You've been at this same company for I don't know how long he's been there, 6 years now, something
Yeah.
like that. And then this new guy comes in, he's been there 2, right?
Yeah.
And they are like, but you two are equal in our
He's
eyes.
on his second year.
Right. So
Yeah.
but you guys are both performing about the same. You're equal in our eyes. You know,
Yeah.
whoever gets the promotion gets the
An
promotion.
executive role just opened up, but we're gonna go with, or they're not even choosing.
No,
No.
but they will if one of them starts to overperform the other. So does this mean, because they've always been saying like papaya rules, whatever the heck that means,
I
is
don't
that
know if they said that for a long time.
no, they haven't.
just
They
get-
got
they
memed
get-
the hell out of
yeah,
that. But
they got bullied out of like their own rule system.
yeah, but they've been saying, until there is a clear leader, we're not prioritizing anybody.
And I don't think there still will be until it's
Are you
like
sure? Because this does shift it a little.
with. I think that's where the double standard is, and I'm
Yeah.
speculating here. If they're not going to rule Lando out and give Piastri priority until it's mathematically impossible. Whereas
However, if the roles were reversed,
if the roles were reversed, I think they would say,
oh, Lando's
it's
ahead.
Yeah,
Go,
like,
go, go,
right,
go.
like
Yeah.
papaya rules kind of stuff. And I'm
Right.
just speculating on how they would respond.
No, I
but
totally
I'm
think
just
that's
kind of
fair.
reading into their facial expressions,
Yeah.
and that's just kind of how I see
Well,
it.
I think it's it is one of those things where it's like, well, we don't want to pick favorites.
Yeah,
We want everything to be equal.
unless it's Lando.
Right, but secretly they have wanted to repay his loyalty.
Yeah,
And like because I think they fear if they
Which is fair.
don't. Yeah, it's totally fair because I think they fear if they don't, Lando could jump ship. They don't want to lose Lando.
yeah.
I feel like they'd be more willing to lose maybe not now. I don't know. But it's like, it's like a parent being like, I don't have a favorite child. But
Yeah.
but you're right. I think I would agree that it's like if Lando was in this position and he was now 30 points ahead of Oscar, they'd be like, go Lando. Like, let's push
Mhm.
the gas on that. But now they're like, well, it
Yeah.
could still be, which I do feel like is unfair to Oscar too. He's worked
Right.
quite hard. However, it's like in this incident, it wasn't a matter of performance that brought Oscar ahead.
Yeah.
It was
I
reliability.
mean, I do still think Oscar's outperformed Lando this season. So
well, he
I don't.
has objectively.
Right.
He's
so
won more races.
even
period.
yeah, right. So even and more pole positions.
Yeah.
So like, even if it'd be one thing if Lando was having more pole positions and more wins and just the short end of the stick.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like he's winning it on merit
he is.
and
he is.
and today on luck.
But do you think that's fair then that they're not going to be prioritizing him
Could you
more?
imagine the swing if this was almost reversed and Piastri loses? I actually thinking about it, I think Zach Brown and them still would have been sad. It's tough to say, get in their heads and speculate, but I do. If you see the race winner or the race leader, you know, have an engine failure
He
like
wasn't the
that,
race leader though.
Piastri. I'm saying
Oh,
if
oh,
Piastri,
oh, yeah.
I think they would have been as devastated too. So that's
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it is just disappointing for them because it's like now, because now it's like they've been wanting to favor Lando, and now it's their fault that they can't.
right.
You know what I mean? It's like not even the driver's fault. This kid. Thank you. Whew. So spicy.
Yeah. On to
Spicy
Monza.
Dutch GP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tempo Speed. Do you have some facts you want to tell us?
No,
Oh no.
we've been there, so we can give our facts from our brain.
Oh, okay. The fastest average speed.
It is the
in Formula
fastest
1.
track in F1 because of the long straights.
Yeah.
I did look up some stuff, so I lied, but I was gonna make it look like I just knew this stuff. I have to be honest. Yeah, fastest track. Low speed corners though, because
You
it's
just come. You
well,
come
they
like a
so teams typically prioritize low downforce so that they can go faster on the straights. So that means the corners have to be a bit slower.
Mm-hmm.
But the good thing is that there's not that many corners at Monza because it's shaped like this. So there's like a hairpin. There's hairpins. I don't know, but there's a lot of straights. So they prioritize those straights and just going full out like as fast as they possibly can. Why does high downforce make them not go as fast though?
What do you mean high downforce?
High downforce makes you go faster on the corners, but
Because
not
it's-
faster in the straights.
Because it's pushing the car down more.
Why would that make you not go faster on the straights though?
Because it's pushing the car down. I don't know how to word it.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
the car isn't as light. You know, like think about it.
Like
Downforce,
gravity.
Yeah. So the car isn't.
So it's
able
like
to-
heavy almost. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay, that makes
exactly.
sense. That makes sense.
So yeah, more pressure is being applied downforce.
Right. So if you're pushing something down and trying to move it forward,
It's
like, it's a little bit
harder to
harder.
move.
Right. There's more resistance.
Look at us.
Wow, we just engineered that with our own brains.
It's so funny us trying to like bridge
Idiots
the,
trying
bridge
to make
the-
sense
the,
of
like,
F1.
right? Or trying to like sound smart with these like terms, and you know we do.
Hey,
somewhat, no, we do.
I think we sound pretty
we
smart.
do somewhat know what we're talking about, but
We
like,
do.
we don't have like PhDs in physics, you know, like the
Well, if we had
engineers
PhDs
do.
in physics, I would hope. I don't know. We wouldn't be doing
you
this.
think it'd be a more
I don't
technical
know.
podcast?
Yeah.
We should go over to like MIT and ask if they want to like come and explain like the physics of a Formula One
Well,
car
that'd be
to us.
fun. Yeah. I don't know anybody who could do that, but
We could find someone.
yeah. I mean, but I feel like their F1 TV's doing that for us.
Yeah, true.
I feel like we went
we
over
could
to.
bring our own expert.
No, I know, but if we brought in our own expert from MIT, I fear that they would talk in a way that nobody would be able to understand.
And that'd be funny.
Okay. So yeah, it holds the speed records, so
Nice.
it's very, very fast, and average speed is 162 miles per hour. And you can tell when you are there at the track, not to like brag or anything, but holy cow. It's like your eyes can't even really follow the cars. They're going, especially remember
Yeah,
the
do
first
some neck exercises.
the first lap. Insane.
Yeah.
It's like your eyes can't even, you have to like adjust to it. Your eyes can't even make sense of like what is happening in front of you.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's fun.
So
It's a lot of fun.
I just hope that it's a similar outcome as last year.
Could be.
Da, 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 Italia. I don't know the words, but
You're gonna anger the Italians.
I don't think there's any Italians that watch this.
Yeah, no.
We're not the headquarters of Tifosi Radio.
They're not playing this on Italian radio.
You never know.
You maybe
In some alternate universe, potentially.
Yeah, maybe like I'm thinking in the future, like Kimi Antonelli in rural Italy is like listening on Spotify to this.
In an alternate universe?
No, like currently.
Oh, why is Kimi Antonelli in rural Italy?
No, but well, he's just finished the school system, so I'm thinking like the next Kimi Antonelli, like.
Oh,
like-
not
like-
actually Kimi
No,
Antonelli.
but he's
oh,
like
okay.
someone like him.
Okay.
You know,
Sure.
or he's just like coming in from like the fields of olive trees, and he like goes to his like little radio and turns on the turns on the
How would you get our
Formation
podcast
Lab
on the
podcast.
radio?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. I think this is the next Kimi Antonelli. Oh.
You
You
really
just got
liked
this
it.
mic so wet.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right. Well, time to
we
pick.
are so back, baby.
9 more races.
9 races to go.
Plenty
Hopefully,
of time for Lando.
Yeah,
By the way, I
and-
just want to
and-
say that.
oh, for sure. And get excited for our special Las Vegas episode. We'll see if we're going to do something fun with
Yeah.
that. But
All right.
that'll be in November. All right.
Let's go play pickleball.
Box.
Yeah.
Hit me
You
with
gotta
it.
go.
No, you go.
you
No,
go.
you go.
Yeah.
You scared?
Yeah.
We are a little roasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was pretty
so
good. Oh, yeah. Frankie.